What is up, everybody? King Dylin here with Joker, and today we're doing our yearly tier list. And this year we're doing Fire Emblem Awakening characters.
Yep.
Yep.
So, how are we basing these? We're basing these off of the same thing, how much we like the character and how good they are in the game?
I feel that's a fair assessment. Like, every part of their character kind of sways them.
Yeah.
So let's...
And this tier list, somewhat biased, is also just our opinion, but also there are some characters I did not use.
Yeah, some of them are going to be subjective.
Did try to use a lot of them because I did actually like playing this game. Anyways, so, here we are starting off the list.
With
Sumia.
Honestly, I don't really care much for her, but I think she's a good partner to Chrom.
I did partner her up with Chrom, but I think I used her for the first chapter.
She's a Pegasus Knight. Her utility is not good.
I tried to use her. She wasn't bad, but I'm not going to compare another character I did use that was amazing, but I didn't use her. Her character was fine, but it was a good partner to Chrom. I will admit that I see as Chrom's partner.
But I thought it was cute early game where she was kind of a klutz, and then she like goes out of her way to help. I like try to put up like clips of like that of her saving Chrom.
Better hold on tight, Captain. Could get bumpy.
I thought that was really cool.
That was very cool. That kind of that cutscene did solidify that. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's your partner.
Yeah, so I would go B. Like, honestly, not bad, but like
as a unit, just kind of
as a character, not bad. As a unit, not great.
Yeah.
I think B is really good.
Kellum.
I think he is absolutely funny just because he is invisible.
He's invisible.
Do you know that he is on the box cover of Awakening?
Yeah.
I had to show my brother, my cousin at Sad Ashmane, that Kellum was on the box cover.
We just didn't see him.
You just don't see him. I love that. And then when everyone's like, when the shepherds are getting ready to go, you actually see him. He's like, I'm ready to roll, and it's just like everyone just ignores that he's there until the fort.
It's funny. It's a cute little gimmick, and some of his supports were actually cute.
I think, and he's an armor knight. I think I used him the entire playthrough. I think I just like.
I'm trying to think, was there another armor knight I used? I don't know if there was. I'm trying to think of, like, the tanky unit I used.
I think I used him for a good portion of the game, so he's not bad, but at the same point, I think other units just get way too strong. Because Awakening is really bad about power creep. Like, Robin is really broken.
I'm trying to think, who did I? Because I don't think I used Kellum. I really don't think I used Kellum. I know a chunk of characters that I did use, but I don't think Kellum was one of them.
So
I think Kellum was okay.
I don't think he was bad. I just don't think he was good. I think he had the same issue that most armored knights have, that he's low res.
Yeah.
I think B is a good place for him.
Yeah.
He was funny. His personality is good. He's probably good early game. I imagine he falls off.
Yeah, I think he did.
But
this boy.
There's no question. Donnie, or Donald, or whatever his actual name is, I always call him Donnie, because he calls himself that. I love this character.
I do like this character. I don't, like, love him, but I like him, and he was
No, he is one of the strongest units in the game.
At first I thought he was bad, but then later I was like, oh my god, he is
power creeping. He is the reason why the preceding games gave aptitude characters much worse.
Yeah.
He is the reason why they nerfed aptitude.
Was nerfed.
So, he is broken.
He's really strong.
Do you want to put him in A tier or S tier for him being broken?
S tier unit, A tier guy. Some of his supports were cute, but nothing really like stuck. He's just a farmer hand.
I know, and he was just... I think A tier. I think if we're just going for like stat wise, I think S tier would be...
That's not a question. If we're doing like just stats, he's going high.
Yeah, but I do agree that he doesn't have the most like interesting like supports and conversations and stuff. Lunku.
Long Ku, I use Long Ku. He really helped me throughout a lot of stuff.
So, Sad Ashmane confided in me that she romanced Lung Ku.
That does not surprise me. I would have also romanced him if I was playing the female one. But I think who did I? Because I played the female one. I'm trying to remember who I did romance. Oh, I remember who I romanced, but he'll show up in a bit actually. But
okay. I think that he's a pretty interesting character and he's pretty useful. I think I dropped him because I had too many swords.
You do have a lot of sword characters. Well, there are a lot of sword
So
characters.
I think at least A.
Oh yeah, he was a monster in my playthrough. I remember that. He was a demon out there. I dropped him immediately.
Yeah, he kind of was a bad mage to begin with.
Supports okay. There were some that were cute, but
He was mostly forgettable. Not bad, but forgettable. I think D or C.
I'm not a fan of him. Just put him in D.
She, I actually didn't care much at all for.
I think I forgot she was in the I just use Lisa.
I use Lisa too. The problem is there's no point in having multiple healers.
Yeah.
You get enough of them where you don't need it.
Yeah.
I never had issues with needing multiple healers. And then by the time you got her, Lisa was just so much better. There's no point. I put her in D. And then she's kind of an uptight snob person, and I don't really care much for those.
What was Pan? Or Panay? I couldn't pronounce her name for the life of me, then Hero said it and I forgot it again.
Yeah.
I
like the idea.
I did like the idea. The problem is, when I got her, I think that's also the time I got No, I got Naui. No, you got her first, then Naui. And when Naui came in, she was a freaking monster.
No, the dragons are broken. Like, they're S tier for just themselves.
I think I used her for a bit, but then later I had to drop her because I had too many speed demons.
That's true. She's kind of in a position where she's not, like, the best to be used.
Honestly, and also her supports were really good. Like, a lot of supports that she had were actually really good.
I think she referenced, like, Path of Radiance, like, Lagoo racism a bit in her conversations, and I thought that was really good.
Yeah.
And so B or...
B sounds good.
Yeah.
This is the guy I romanced, and also another speed demon I have.
I love that he betrays his company
for candy.
That is 100% something that I would do.
That also, all his supports are really good.
He's really funny. This guy is
also he's really good too.
Yeah, I think either.
I would put him in S. I really like.
I personally would put him in A, but for you, I'll put him in S.
Okay, because again, that is the first guy I romanced, and he was really good. At first, he was kind of, I was like, is he gonna take the same spot as Long Ku? But then I was like, okay, no, he's different from Long Ku. But he was good. He was good.
Yep. This is
the first girl I romanced.
Oh.
Yeah, Cordelia's the first girl I romanced in the game. I used her. She was actually really good in my playthrough.
Okay. I did not use her because my first experience with a Pegasus Knight
didn't go so well.
Yeah, she didn't do so well, so I just assumed that Pegasus Knights were terrible in this game like every other Fire Emblem game.
No, I gave Cordelia a chance. At first, I think she was struggling a bit, but then as she progressed, she snowballed. She started doing it.
Okay. I know that Kizna loves this character.
No. Different character.
No, different?
Different. I see her right there.
Oh, no, you're right.
Yep,
sorry, I got the wrong red hair.
Yeah, that's the wrong one.
Sorry, my bad.
I would put Cordelia in A. All of her supports are... So, some of her supports are obsessed with Chrom, but other ones are just really good.
Yeah.
Also, her one with... Her one with Henry is adorable. Henry tries to get buff and tries to wield an axe to impress Cordelia. I'm like, that's adorable. That's cute.
Yeah, I'm okay with putting her in A. I've got, like, nothing against her.
She was really good.
Gregor. I think his introduction was funny with Naui.
It was really funny.
I think that's a pretty funny, like, just whole thing.
He was funny. I didn't. Really
Wasn't
use
used at all.
him. I wanted to, but by the time I got him, I had too many sword users.
That and you got one of the best characters in the game too.
Yeah.
So I think he was just not good enough to be on the team.
I also didn't watch a lot of the supports. 'Cause again, I didn't use him, but I thought it was funny. He was really funny.
I think out of not having a better place to put him,
Yeah, that sounds good. Oh boy.
Rom.
Google Chrome.
He is so funny. He is one of the most like sassiest lords like in Fire Emblem. Like he is a real like interesting lord.
Someone brought this up to me that if and what would have made it interesting if Crom acted a lot more like his father, because his father was a tyrant. And I'm like, that would have been interesting to deal with Crom's anger issues, even though I know he has them. But it would have been interesting. It doesn't really happen here, but Crom is very funny. Crom is like himbo. He's smart but dumb.
Yeah, he kind of has an Ike essence to him, where he's like kind of ignorant of the world, but also not dumb per se, but like not like super smart.
I mean, there was in a DLC when this is really, again, another adorable thing about Awakening. Some of these things are just cute. There's a normal thing that in a cutscene where you're going to the beach when you're with, I think, female Robin or male Robin. I think actually I think it's both. That he takes Robin and he shows Robin all the things he does, and he failed at every single one of them. He failed making a sandcastle. He failed making, I think, getting seashells, because I think he smashed them. I think he tried to make dinner, I think. But the one he succeeded is he drew a big message in the sand. If you're with male Robin, he said Crom and Robin were here. And then if you married Crom as the female, it said Robin and Crom forever.
Oh, that's cute.
I was like, okay, Crom, you know how to be cute sometimes.
I also love that, like, in the beach DLC, that he's like, why is my, the crest thing on my butt?
That was, yeah, I like that.
I honestly think Crom is an S tier. Like, there's no...
Also, his supports with female Robin are probably some of the best supports I've seen in the game. It
They're
is an
funny.
actual married couple.
Yeah, they're really funny. That's actually the canonical couple to female Robin is Crom.
It's because, oh my god, their supports are so good.
Yeah, they are really good together, and just in general, Crom is just a really nice guy.
Yeah, but he's also, it's okay. He's a little bit special.
I think S tier.
I agree. As a unit, he was solid throughout the entire thing.
He's a support
Yeah,
to
he's a
Robin.
support to Robin.
I think that's funny. He's set up as like the main character. His kit is built for support.
Yeah.
Okay then.
Well, anywho,
Naui.
Personality of Naui, I was
Not that impressed.
not really. She just kind of was a.
But the dragon units in the game are broken.
Well, there's another dragon unit in here that I actually love. That we're coming up to her eventually.
Yeah,
but
we'll get to her. I think that
Naui was really good. I did place her for the other one, but she was really good. And if I continued using her, she would have been very good.
I think like her personality is just kind of, I'm a little kid, but I'm really like 3,000 years old.
I will say, I love Naui's kid.
Yeah.
I love her child. Her child is fun.
Yeah.
Even though she can be weird sometimes, but
I think like B.
yeah,
Like she
B's
wasn't
fine.
bad. I think her in-game uses is way better than her personality. That's what kind of drops her a little bit.
Libra.
And then we've got Monk that I'd never used.
I used him a bit. Here's the thing. He was my replacement for Vake, because Vake was falling off.
Okay.
Because Vake, in my playthrough, Vake did nothing.
The problem is, I think by the time I got him, my team was already set. Like,
My
I already
team-
had was...
Well, my team was not set after someone in particular here came in. But
Well, I mean, obviously, I would give them a chance, but I don't think that this guy.
a lot of the kid units made me like, oh.
Yeah, you're mostly going for kid units because the skills that they can inherit are broken. Like,
Yeah. I also didn't pay attention to a lot of Libra supports.
I think C tier. I don't have anything against him. I just don't have anything going for him.
Sure. Oh boy.
Tharsha. Honestly, I kind of found her creepy.
Well, she's obsessed with Robin.
I mean, I think that's what they were going for. Like, they succeeded.
I mean, she was good. I mean, I
She's
used
just
her.
a magic unit. Like,
But the thing is, I had Robin, who was just infinitely better.
broken.
Yeah, and then eventually someone else got magic as well, who they became broken.
I think either A or B. I think
B sounds
B,
fine.
B's fair. Anna. Anna was funny.
Anna was funny. I didn't use her. She was funny.
I
Again, I had too many sword users at the time.
the interdimensional swindler. I think B tier. There's nothing really.
Yeah, nothing really going there.
Yep. And then Olivia.
I like this woman.
I do like
And-
Olivia.
I was forced to use her a lot because she's, I think,
The
the
only-
only dancer you get.
Yep. I also like her kid and their conversations. And
her conversation with her kid makes so much sense.
I think, like, personally, either A or S. Like,
I'd put her in S. I like her.
I do. I'll give you that one. Kisna's favorite character, not to be mistaken with the one I thought was.
Cherche, I think Cherche is.
Either way.
Either way.
I actually didn't use her that much either because, again, I thought flying units were terrible.
I did. The problem is there's another character that's here
That's
that
just better.
took her place. It's her own son.
Ah.
Her own son took her place. Because at first she was doing decent. I forgot who I paired who with. It's been so long since I played Awakening. But I remember she was okay. She was doing fine. But then her son came in and he just dominated.
That's like Lucina, just like, yeah, Chrom doesn't compare to Lucina. Lucina's just better.
Like, I was surprised. I looked up. Everyone said I think he was okay. He wasn't like great, but mine, dude, he was.
Maybe you just got a lucky pairing. Or
I think that's what I did. I think I just got really lucky with him because he dumpstered the enemy.
So, what are we feeling?
B. I have no personal feelings towards her, but she wasn't bad during my playthrough. We're gonna have a lot of people in B.
Yeah, I mean, that's fair. Like, honestly, I don't think anyone's going in F tier. Maybe like 1 or 2. Because I genuinely don't hate any of these characters. All of them are really good.
Yeah. Henry.
I have no real opinion on him. I genuinely...
I used him.
At that point, I had too many mages.
I did use him. He was okay. Some of his supports were really funny. Some of his supports were cool.
I think I paired him with Tharsha.
Ah, that would make sense.
They're kind of both edgy people, so I'm just like, here you go. And then, yeah, I don't know. I didn't really care much for him. He's just a generic mage to me.
Some of his interactions were really funny because he told dumb jokes to people. Like the crow joke he told Carl when he first met him.
Yeah?
Just to creep him out, which was funny.
Where are you thinking?
The thing is, though, is that he's not bad, but he's just not for me. Sayri.
I'm surprised you know her name because I completely forgot.
Oh no, I remember because her little subplot wasn't bad. It's just I wish they kind of did a little more with it. The only relation, all right, the only relation I had with her was her relation to a dragon that's coming up here soon. That's the only reason I really paid attention to her. But by the time I got her,
Yeah,
I had to
teams
venture.
were set.
Like I had Longku, I had Gaius. I was like, I cannot have another speed demon.
Yeah, by the time you get her, it is way too late in the game.
Yeah.
Especially for somebody that was just mediocre.
Yeah.
Like, she could get good, but I would never get the opportunity because I've already said. I've got Donnie, who's
Overclocked.
overclassed and everything. He's murdering everything, and Robin and Chrom are doing their tag team duo, and then everyone else is just standing there wondering how the war is going. Yeah, by the time, like, she came around, it was just way too late.
Yeah. Tiki. This is who replaced Naui, and who I used a lot. She was way late in the game, but I used her because it's Tiki.
I think that she goes in A.
Her support with Robin was super nice. And they're also different depending on the male and female version.
I also like the conversations with Crom because it's references to Marth. And they're like, you remind me of Marmar. And I thought that was really cute.
Robin reminded her of Marmar.
Oh, maybe I'm getting confused.
Crom... Did she have a support with Crom?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure she did. Either way,
but yeah, male Robin reminded her of Marmar. Female Robin was trying to get all the dirty secrets that Tiki had. Like, did Tiki have a crush on Marth? And Tiki said, mind your business, woman.
That sounds about right.
I love Tiki. She's great.
I think he was funny. I didn't use him at all.
Same. Both of the two, I didn't use.
Yeah.
By the time I had them, their conversations was cute. Their support together.
Yeah, I think I romanced those two together.
It would just make sense.
Where do you want them? I think they whatever. Fine. What? Seems fine. Yeah. I think they both deserve their. I think they're both about the same to me. Like, honestly, when I saw him, I'm like, Nick Fury.
Nick Fury?
And I'm like, yeah, those two were interesting, like, plot points, and like it's cool that they introduced like Lung Ku and all that stuff. But after that, you're just like, okay, why are you still with us?
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense. Robin.
Honestly, I didn't care much for their personality. What personality they do have.
Female Robin. Excuse me. Female Robin was insanely sassy. Like, sassy to an extent. A lot of her supports were just so funny.
Yeah, I guess so.
Like, God, she was so sassy. Male Robin had his sass, but not as much as female Robin.
They had a funner time writing female Robin.
Yeah, male Robin had a lot of very cute interactions with a lot of the characters. Especially one that is actually about to come up here that is very sweet. But when you think about it, it's a little creepy.
So...
I would put A. Also, the fact that they're the strongest unit in the entire game.
Oh yeah, absolutely. The Robins are just broken. Literally, what you do for the swap pass is you just keep recruiting more Robins.
Yep. Recruit Robins, win the game.
Morgans.
Yep, or Morgans, which will come up here in a second. But before that child character, I think, are we on child characters? All child characters? No.
No, I think it's alphabetical, so I think...
No, because
Frederick's in the back.
Frederick's all the way in the back. Frederick's not... Anyway, let's just continue this. It doesn't matter.
Either way, I'm just going in the order that they have it here.
Lucina. Probably my favorite child character I've ever won.
Honestly, her entire thing is just really, like... She moves the story forward in an interesting way.
Here's the thing. I think someone said the actual main character is Lucina and Robin. Like, it's not Crom. Crom is supporting both of them. It is just Lucina and Robin that are moving the story forward.
I honestly think S tier, just because she has a dynamic as well with just everyone.
And also, if you saw any of, like, the support things, or, like, there was a Japan exclusive thing where it showed her side of the story, how she got back to the future. And it was really good. And also, there's a little fan comic that someone did that I really love. That they made Lucina's side of the story, that they got over Lucina's whole thing that she did when she went back in time.
Yeah.
It was very sweet. It was very good.
I honestly think S tier is really...
Well, also, all of her supports are insanely good.
Mm-hmm.
And, well, anyways, back to Inigo. The dark and darker.
No.
Owain. Sorry, I was staring at Inigo. Owain.
Honestly, I liked him. However, I didn't use him because I had too many swordsmen at that point. This was actually my child in my first playthrough. I married Lisa.
Was not my child. I put Lisa with Long Ku. And this was
Actually, I can see Lisa and Lungku to make Owain.
I thought, because their support combination was so cute. It was, Longku was protecting Lisa because Lisa had that hit on her. She's a princess, and Longku was protecting her.
I think that's cute.
It was cute. I liked it. So,
But back to Owain. The problem is I can't, like, entirely separate him from Odin from Fates 2. That I think that because of that, he's got a lot more, like, stuff that we can discuss about him.
yeah.
I think either A or B.
I love his personality.
My sword hand twitches!
Dark and dark.
He's got the Genebio thing to him.
Yeah, I like him. Plus, his support conversations are very good with a lot of the cast, especially his mom.
Yeah, I do like his supports and stuff.
Inigo.
Not as... I don't like him as much, actually.
I liked him.
Because he was a ladies' man
well,
kind of thing.
He was a ladies' man, but he's also...
I mean, I don't
He
hate
had
him.
some of the embarrassment of his mother. Like, he was very embarrassed. Also, his conversation with Lucina, if you romanced Inigo and Lucina together, it's very cute. It's also very funny. That, I think, what was it? Inigo said something about, oh, like, you'll be the first woman in my book, and Lucina said, there shouldn't be a book at all. And then she laughed at the idea that Crom would chop him to pieces if he did anything. And Lucina found that so hilarious. And he's like, I don't know if that's funny.
I'm not sure about this, because I think he's serious.
I think he's actually serious. He may actually...
He'll show me that ether he's so proud of. I don't know. I personally would put him in B, but I could be talked up to an A.
I'll put him up to A. I like him.
Okay.
Plus, I did use him for a bit, and he was fine. But this guy...
By the time you get him, you've already got enough healers.
His support conversation with Lucina was nice. He's just a very angry healer who's not actually angry.
He just looks...
He's just misunderstood.
He looks like a punk, not actually a punk.
Yeah.
I think kind of boring.
He was okay. I didn't mind him as much, but...
I have nothing against him.
I like him more than his mother.
Yeah. Then we'we've got...
Kajal? I forgot her name. I did not use her.
Neither did I. By the time I got her, she was just not as good as the Armor Knights that I did have. And then she was kind of boring. I think in one of my playthroughs that she was siblings with Lucina, and I think that it had a special like sibling conversation.
A lot of the times, Lucina's sibling was this one that's about to come up here, Cynthia.
For you,
Cynthia.
I didn't touch her at all.
I did not use, but the conversations that the sibling... I think it's the same conversation no matter the sibling, but I think it's more cute with Cynthia than it is like any other sibling because it makes sense. Because it's both of them being terrified of a bug. And it's literally debating on, Lucina, you go kill it. And she's like, you go deal it. And he's like, you wield the falchion. They're like, I don't care, I ain't dealing with that.
Yeah, but if I kill it with the falchion, then I have to clean the falchion. I think that's just a general, like, I think it's more of a
general, but it just made more sense with Cynthia because it seemed like something Cynthia would do. Like, when I saw it with Inigo, I'm like, I don't think Inigo would ever do this. It doesn't sound like something Inigo would do. I don't think he'd be terrified of a bug.
So...
A lot of our conversations were very out there. I mean, I actually put her in C. It's mostly units-wise. It was okay.
She had good pairings, not necessarily good. Not necessarily that she was good.
Severa.
Truth be told, I don't care much for tsunderes.
She was my first child. She was busted, but that's because she was the child of Robin.
Yep.
Then I'm like, okay. Let's change this a little bit, and let's swap it to... Who did I put her with that was actually not, like... I'm like, okay, what's like a pairing that I want to test what she can do? I think I put her with Longku. I was like, okay, let's see how this works. And still did decent. Some of her supports are very... passive aggressive. It's a tsundere. I mean, her conversation with Robin was so. It's very tsundere. It's very tsundere-esque.
This character is just tsundere the character. Honestly, I would put her in C personally.
I mean,
but I could be argued up to a B.
I put her in B. She was actually a good unit for me. I actually did use her a bit, even though I did prefer other units, but she wasn't bad.
I am just not partial to tsunderes. The thing about it is, with these tsunderes, is that that's their entire identity. Like, I felt that they were just like, it's not like I like you or anything, Baka.
Yeah.
And that's my issue with these, like, very tsundere characters, where there's nothing more to them.
Sorry, I just heard a joke that someone was like, this tsundere started my feelings for that I love toxic women when they beat me, and the reply was, dude, you need to see therapy.
Yes. Okay, we've got Batman.
Oh my god, I used him and I forgot his name.
I attempted to use him and then dropped him.
He had also a really good conversation with Lucina.
Everyone has a good conversation with Lucina. All the kid characters have a good conversation with Lucina. But that's due to Lucina...
Jerome! Jerome is his name.
Whose kid was it?
Church's.
Okay.
Church's kid.
I was fairly certain.
Because that's the one I replaced Church with.
Yeah.
Because her son just dominated. Like, I probably got really lucky. Apparently people say he was mid, but he dominated.
For me, he wasn't that good.
Some of his conversations were okay. He loves his dragon, Minerva. Because,
I mean, it's the same
It's the same dragon. So, I mean, I'd leave him to see. It's nothing else really that goes.
I don't hate him.
Morgan
was broken, but Morgan was boring. That's my opinion on him.
Yeah, Morgan was kind of the same thing. In the Felt story, I did kind of feel bad because they were just following their parents. Because, I mean, that's kind of their job. But other than that, I mean,
they're just a cheap knockoff of Robin. They're like, we lost our memories too.
Yeah, it's kind of.
And you're like,
it was.
okay.
Yeah, but if you put female Robin and Crom together, this Morgan is unstoppable.
Yeah. Didn't you marry Lucina?
In my second playthrough, I married Lucina, and Morgan was my strongest unit.
Because the combined of Lucina and Robin is just...
Oh my god, Morgan was unstoppable.
Morgan was so strong.
B.
B?
Yeah.
Just because of how strong they were?
Yeah, the conversations, it was all kind of the same. It was...
I have amnesia.
I mean, they had some cute conversations with other kid characters, but other than that, nothing else really.
Yeah.
Lisa.
I actually really like Lisa.
She's nice. She's cute.
I don't think there's any more to her than being a healer for, like, gameplay-wise, but there's no reason to ever replace her.
I mean, the support she had a conversation with Robin was very cute. It's her trying to prank Robin.
Yep, and then I love that she's kind of like a tomboy-ish, but still, like, not like, that's all that I am as a tomboy.
Yeah.
Like, I don't like it when characters are just one-note characters, like, I'm just this trope. Like, Engage.
Yeah, oh my god. Another Fire Emblem YouTuber actually made a thing about all the bad things about Engage and all the good things about Engage. He had a lot more to say about bad than good.
I mean, that's here or there. Let's keep on topic.
Yeah. Lisa, I'd say A. A lot of her conversations are really good.
I genuinely like her. I don't think she should push up to S, but I think A.
Gameplay was just kind of normal.
She's the healer throughout the entire playthrough.
Yeah.
Unless you desperately want to replace her with somebody else. But the only problem is, she's the only one, but she's terrible.
Yeah.
And kind of boring. We got Bunny Dude.
Henne's kid.
I don't remember his name.
I
I didn't use his mom, so I didn't use him.
I used his mom. I didn't care much for the kid. He was just a scaredy cat. I didn't pay attention to a lot of his conversations. I think he had one with Nah that was a little cute.
I think he was just kind of boring and forgettable.
Yeah. Oh god, the character I actually benched and I forgot this guy even existed. This is Mirabelle's kid.
Oh, yep.
Well, we haven't even got to Mirror.
Oh yeah, she's at the very end.
I did not use this guy at all.
The problem is-
I don't even remember him.
Yeah, we honestly don't need this F tier. Like, I don't actually. I didn't really care much for her at all. She was
This
kind
is
of.
Tharja's kid.
She was just like all like
Again, there was some cute
scaredy and then get angry and then.
Well, that's because
weird.
of, I think, something that Tharja did, or I have no idea. But,
She was kind of a bad archer.
Or D, excuse me. Nah.
Nah is.
I like
scary.
her way more than Maui.
Yeah,
And also, Nah is scary with the right pair up.
she's one of the strongest units in the game.
She's very powerful.
Yeah, so I think A just for her strength, and then she's also not bad conversation-wise.
Yeah.
But that's all I really have to say for her. I don't really have that much.
There are a lot of conversations that are also, again, a lot of these are just going to be conversations that are cute. Frederick.
I think Frederick was funny, but he's a pre-promote and he falls off really quickly.
Yeah, there's a limit to how much I would put him in B.
I honestly agree. He was a perfect B tier. I think this was the first pairing to Chrom I had, just because why not?
I put Chrom with Sumia. I think I put her with
But I also
Miriam.
think that she was like D relationship, where everyone else was just like nothing, or C, and I just happened to like get her like right before the chapter that you have to marry somebody with Chrom. So,
Boom.
whatever. She is the tomboy that's just a tomboy. I do like the conversation she had with, I'm blanking on his name too. Yeah, I liked that they were like making references to the original or Fire Emblem Shadow Dragon with them being the two Cavaliers and stuff like that. But besides that, I didn't really care much for her.
I used her in
her
the first
early
couple
game.
chapters, and then she got immediately benched. She was stall for a bit, just because some of his conversations were actually cute.
I would say C. Like, honestly,
That's fine.
the thing about it is she took the tomboy thing too far, or too literally, that was all she was. Honestly, F tier. I honestly don't like Virion. He was just the noble, and then he was just annoying.
Yeah.
He was the first one I dropped because I just didn't like him.
His conversation with Robin was, I think, nice, but then again, it's Robin. But
I honestly think he's probably the worst character for personality-wise, and then he just kind of sucks.
yeah.
He was the first character you get in Heroes.
Yeah.
I don't know why,
Don't know either.
but either
Anyway.
way. Then we got him. I honestly think he was just a little bit better than,
Sully.
yeah, but honestly they're the same.
Yeah.
He's just the Shire, or not Shire, but like more
Wait.
reserved. I don't think that he matters that much. I think he's the same. I think he has the same amount of usefulness.
I gave him a chance, but
I thought these two were a cute couple,
yeah.
but honestly, that was about it.
Next couple characters are characters. Vake was funny, but he only had funny conversations with Chrom.
Yeah, and honestly, he really sucked because he had no accuracy. I think he's another person that just was bad.
The thing is, in another playthrough, he did really good, but because he was paired with good units and I pumped him full of some stuff, he did really good. But that's also me pumping some stuff into him.
I personally,
I wouldn't put him that low.
I would put him D. Yeah, for me, he never could hit. So all subsequent playthroughs, I'd benched him immediately. That's my thing. But if you had success with him,
I did have success.
then I will concede and say that I just never gave him a fair chance because he rolled butts for me on my first playthrough. So I just assumed he was garbage and never touched him, never looked back.
This character, I did not care for this one.
I romanced her with Kellum, and I thought their conversations was funny.
Okay.
But that's the only thing I remember about her, and I think she was just boring other than that.
I just remember I didn't use her, and I didn't get her son. Those are the two characters that I legit did not use at all.
Dang.
Yeah, because I got nothing to say on her. I didn't use her, and I didn't see hardly any of her supports, so I can't really make a comment about her.
I liked the conversation with Kellum. That's the only one that I thought was funny. She's like, I'm looking right at you, and all my eyes drawn away like immediately. This is interesting. And he's just like, I don't know how to take that. Okay, then, like, I think that he's kind of Kellum was just like not given enough.
Yeah.
But I think like C or D.
Just again, and I can't say anything
and I never used her actually in combat.
Well,
like she was. The problem is magic units were very abundant, especially with Robin or after you got the dragons that like they're really good. So yeah, I think that's
it. 4 S tiers, and I mean all of them are good. I mean Gaius you would put down 1.
Gaius and Olivia I would probably put an A personally. I don't hate them. I do like them, but I'm not like super gung ho about them.
Gaius was funny.
I do admit Gaius was funny, and that's why I'm like really okay with him being S tier. Olivia, I know that she had a lot of cute conversations and stuff like that, and just stuff like that, and I'm like, that's really like cool, but not that attached to her. But like Crom and Robin, or Crom and Lucina,
that makes sense why they're at the top.
Robin, I don't know. I felt that they were.
You don't have a thing for avatars, I've noticed.
Not really, because they try to like put a blanket over. I mesh with everyone, and you're just like, okay. But anyway, this has been our Fire Emblem Awakening tier list. Any final comments?
Nope. Everything kind of matches up. I should replay Awakening.
I want to replay Awakening too. Maybe we'll do it for the channel.
Maybe, yeah.
We'll see. Anyway, we shall see you next time.
Bye-bye.